Alright guys, so my first match of the season is against someone who's level 78 with a 5-7 Zom team decked out with the tank rune on Echo or Iku. So I've made some adjustments for this season. I'll step you through a couple, but I'm going to make a rune video this week sometime, so you'll get all the information then. But yes, we could have refreshed this guy and started our season on somebody else, but then I wouldn't be me. So let's check out all these elite heroes, guardians. I'm betting that heroes just defense, attack, electric skin. Elite communities, damage, defense, DR, I think. The blue's the taunt rune. Emily, guardian, heroes, same thing probably. The Festivs. Alright, so he's got her set for basically like attack. She's got a heal rune on. This is important. We got him. Alright, so he's not all defense. He does have a guild rune on, but. And then he's got almost my Zom. I guess these guild runes are better. I don't know, guys. I'm in a shitty guild. Well, we're getting better, so that's not an insult to anybody in my guild. Anyway. Let's go in. You'll see one of my changes. We don't have Drake fully ruined at the moment. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright, so what I want to do here is I do want to burn his Echo or Eco, but first we're going to start with some vines because I don't want Emily to remove it. Then I'm going to burn them. And then I think we're going to do Emily for a cleanse. We're going to use our own Echo, and hopefully that's going to be enough. We got a taunt rune on our Echo now since we took it off of our Drake. Yes, I did start with Sean, and they removed it off, so that's what happened. Okay. So I'd rather have Tusk than Echo. Alright guys, so I got a really high 5-7 Ninjas with Emily team. They have their tank rune on, what's his name? Oh, Stifu's not, he's level 69. Like, this team is all over the place. They don't even have their heroes all the way leveled up to 72. But I know I'm going to put Agnon on Emily, so my first hero is going to be Agnon. Alright, then I know I'm going to be linking Furnoing, and then I'm probably keeping Emily. Emily removes buffs off this team, plus brings back my dead Furno. So we're basically, you know, this is one of those fights where we're so fortunate to have our Shade rune the way we have our Shade. Because hopefully Shade's going to be around for the fight, and we're going to make some cool shit happen. It's worth noting that we fucked up because Emily's got that damn shield on her. I should have put Furno first in the lineup. Guess we're whacking her turn 2, huh, guys? It is what it is. I was not expecting that to happen in this fight, though. Definitely putting Agnon where we said we were if we live. I misplayed by the lineup, guys. That's why we lost that fight. I should have put Emily first. We would have kicked ass then. Sorry, guys. Shit happens. Got a really interesting, different team that I'm used to. Never seen this one before. I thought I'd record it. It's a 5-7. It's level 73. Level below me. But definitely high rune power, crazy ideas, so let's check it out. So she's basically all defense. Pretty much all defense. Nobody's superly... Alright, here we go. No. Yeah, nobody's pretty much all defense, or all attack, so... Definitely like Hopper. Definitely like my own Furno. My own Agnon, my own Grog, right? Let's check that out. Since I brought a Hopper, I pretty much want to ignore Solaris. Let's see who's got the most health out of this. Alright, so I feel like we're going to maybe blast the Dark Bitch and then plummet. Well, I want to plummet Furno. Let's try to blast. Yeah, he's weak to range. Just plummet him and spread. Not really where I want to spread it to. Some defense on our guys since we're going long. Alright, now we get the spread where we kind of wanted it. Should be able to fuck somebody up. definitely close to losing. Definitely wasn't much room. Alright guys, so I got another one of those ninja teams that's fucking 5'7.5", level 80, so we can't get much more disadvantaged than this. Deck to the roof. Caster runes everywhere. Yeah, I've never seen such a good rune. Assassin teams, so let's see what we can do. No, I love the Link to Taunt guy. No, I love to try and burn him, but I haven't seen that happen yet. I know they can't dodge the vines, so I'm liking it like this, I guess. Let's see what's up. I usually lose these when I just now bought 4 tickets, but we'll see. Never burn that guy, man. Shit's getting annoying. Okay, I'll get my revive off. I don't even really know who to hit with this. I guess MK. Trying to burn Stifu. Now I can't even do that because we got fucking taunt up. What about my turn? Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, well, that's typically what happens to me. Well, guys, I was doing my tower, and then I seen that one of the top 100 players is my opponent, so I figured I would just go ahead and fight him just to see if we can beat one of these fucking... It was like top 2 last week or some shit. I know he was way high up there. We just started, he might not even have started playing yet, I don't know. Anyway. It's rare I get these. Let's start over here. She's got buffs to steal with Abby. I mean with Shade. Just damage output furnace. Balog kinda meant to take a hit, I guess. Yeah, I don't think they get any more decked out than that. So we want to come in here and link Abby because she's got the best moveset. And look how much damage she does. Hopefully we get somebody to kill her. Yeah, that's what we were aiming for. Now let's make him pay. Get that tank boost. Try to bring it down with just furnace. Bust him up. Alright, here guys, we got a top 100 player, 5'9", basically a 6K team. That makes me an underdog by a mile. It's max level. I'm not going to be able to find you any better content than that. They're going with a 4-barb team and a tank rune, so it's not even like a free win, but I guess it is. You know, at this point I feel like barbs are just, you know, you're trying too hard to make your wish come true, and I'm done. Like, barbs are a thing of the past. You can find them on my channel months ago where I built them. You can find over a month ago where we've countered them. So if you want to keep staying stuck in the middle of that, I'll keep coming into your dungeon. But even if you didn't stay stuck in the middle of that, I'd come in your dungeon. But this player is also later on in the season. I think he switches to furnace barbs, and we go in there and use our strategy on that one, and then I think at some point he even revenges us this season and loses. So I mean, that's all very worth showing you guys. If your attention spans can stay long enough to watch all of this content, if you haven't hit that sub button, hit that sub button. I'm showing you all the hard matches from the season. They're not all wins. I get my ass whooped a lot this season, mainly because of the dark event. But I wasn't willing to move my runes around for just that event. But here we pretty much, you know, come back with Zom. Barb's got no end game. Barbs are all in on, you know, beatdown strategy. Zom allows you with the healer runes and stuff to basically come back from a behind fight and stabilize and pull the win out. So hopefully you enjoy watching me fight the hard matches. Ignis isn't really a rush to kill because he heals Furno, so you basically just take it at whatever's hurting your team. Alright guys, so I recorded this one just because it was one of the ones where Agnon's first, so I don't usually use my furnace or anything, and I've been testing Echo with the Taunt Rune and getting Emily's cleanse, and then just giving everybody extra moves, not having any more endgame other than Emily. Hopper's sort of like is a 2-for-1 since they have two methods of revive, but this team you're looking at of Hopper, Agnon, Emily, Echo has been doing well for me this season and this season that you're watching. I'm only narrating on some of these just because they have no audio or they have, you know, background fodder, but I didn't commentate on any of them. Any of them that I did commentate on, I am not stripping and narrating over anything. I just leave it in there. I wouldn't need to narrate any of them if I wasn't in awkward situations where like people are around and shit when I'm recording. But that fight didn't seem to be too hard. I don't know what all the long time taking in between some of the moves is. I mean, it could be anything going on in life. Who knows? I doubt I'm thinking of what to do in a situation like 4-on-1 Emily. But I think the next like 2 also don't have any audio. But I'll see as they come. I'm trying to also keep the video in like trophy order, like we're 42K right now, so trying to line the videos up sort of similar to like how I progressed through the season. That guy was a scrub, so we skipped him, like video-wise, we didn't skip him fight-wise. Here we got a Solaris team. Usually what I've been doing with the Solaris team is just Agnon plummeting Solaris and then eating her brains with the cleanse Zom, but it doesn't always go down like that, because what if they like kill your Furno and your Agnon or something? You're definitely not going to cleanse your Zom to eat freaking Solaris brains. But sometimes you kind of got to think in the middle of a fight that we don't want that team. That would have been misclick, which has happened. I think at one point in this season we had like
a 50 streak or a 40 streak, and I brought Echo instead of Emily. Like I thought I had brought Emily, and I was like, this isn't Emily, this is Echo. Oh shit, we're gonna lose. But I think we won that one. I'm not sure if I have it on footage or not. But I believe the video would be quite long, but at the same time, I can get better every week at kind of picking out, like, not duplicates. Like, let's say, for example, this is a level 70 or level 80 6K Solaris Barb's team. Well, if I got one of those, I don't think I should have any other Solaris Barb team videos. Like, it's just kind of overlapping, but it really is going to take time and energy for me to be able to organize all my content that well. As for now, you can kind of watch it or skip through it or whatever, you know. It's like a porn. I'm just sorry it might take y'all a long time to upload it, or download, I mean, because I know it takes me a long time to upload it. But other than the dark event wiping us for like 20 losses, just because of weird crap like follow-throughs hitting through ethereal armors and stuff, like a lot of stuff I realized, like, oh, now that happens, or oh, now he can wear a taunt, or oh, now he can take damage. Like, while I'm losing, I'm finding those things out. I don't keep up with the area summit or whatever they call that, but hopefully we got a lot more content with me talking on it, and so I don't have to narrate it. Alright guys, so here we got almost a 5-7 Swinlin Agnon, Emily Hopper team. I mainly wanted to show you guys this because it really gets to, you know, show the cleverness of Echo's taunt with Grog. So I mean, Emily's cleanse ability, it's all about, I usually lose when I forget to set my order lineup so that Emily goes after Swinlin. That's usually when shit goes wrong for me, which it looks like I might have done here too, but I just want to basically make sure you see that Grog is the answer to a lot of this crap. He can't be frozen, he hits real hard, he can take a hit. Sometimes you can slow everybody so that your team can get to go, but for the most part you're just snowfalling for extra defense. The reason why you bring Emily and not Solaris is usually just to cleanse your Echo, but as you see, if you don't go before that guy, it doesn't. But even with the mess up lineup, I think we pull this one out. I'm not sure, maybe we don't. 79, I can't remember what the streak was. But I mean, Grog, I mean, for the most part, I'm always getting to do his first 2 specs, I feel like, somehow in a match. Sometimes I wish he hit just a hair harder, but we'll have to look into that in the future as we get new supplies, new rags. But yeah, it's just really hard to beat Grog with a Swinlin, and Emily, and a Hopper. Like, Agnon's the only thing that can beat the Grog. So here, I guess, after we beat the 4-barb team of this Adrian guy who's top 100, he decides to revenge us. I don't know why players revenge other players. I just know that if you revenge me and you don't beat me, you're done. That means you fail at everything. That means you should just stop. You should leave me alone. You should never revenge me again. Like, I don't know what points you're proving, dude. You're level 80, and you're like, I'm gonna go revenge this level 74 that beat me because he had to. And I'm gonna show him that he got lucky at beating me, like he is most of the time when he beats everybody. I'm gonna come smash him out. So, when you do that and you come up in my fucking dungeon and you don't beat me, it really, really goes to show that you just sucked a big fat dick on that one. So, I mean, hopefully this guy will just, move on about his business. But I think we get to fight him later on in the season. He switches his defense to whatever he's using to try and beat me right here. Which looks like he only lost because of the good old Solaris full team revive. But hey, homie, that's why Solaris is on my fucking defense at that time. People that came in and whipped my ass were dark teams and shit, so Lily will also rape that team, but not these fucking barbs. Not if you're gonna let my Solaris get revives off. But I mean, I know you probably don't always want to see replays. I just feel like that's it, man. When you revenge me and you lose, that's all that needs to be said.
Alright guys, so we got another hard opponent, somebody who I guess their leader is some guild or something. I always see, if you want to be somebody in the chat, line Tall Chris or some shit, so. Tall Chris seems to be on the old Koros wagon. We lost to it the other day, a way weaker team, but they had their order different. Let's just check them out. Well, at least he runs his Emily the way I run mine. Yeah, Swinland's well-rounded. Yeah, okay. Just gonna go ahead and get the shit off Emily too. Go ahead and heal our, cleanse our guys up. Thankfully, we still got a tusk. Well, we're at 92. That's a bad beat. We'll see what this strike does for us. Leveled the playing field. These are what I've been having trouble with. He's running the team I'm using to beat Barbs. Alright guys, so that's why we have the taunt rune on Echo now. Let's see if we can come back. I feel like the worst threat here is actually Emily giving him like extra revives or something. Emily's definitely getting her ass beat. Alright, go ahead and try to take out the end game now, I guess. Could have took down Agnon. So he does still have a healer. But that should turn us on for all kinds of goodies. Oh, looks like we got more goodies. No tank rune. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna try it like this. I robbed the one with the most buffs. That did not go as planned. I brought the wrong team, guys. I need to bring Tusk, Furno, Emily, Solaris. I don't know what I've been thinking. Tank Barbies, finally. I didn't see any casters, so his plummet should be the only way to even Get rid of it. So we link Abby up because she's usually the biggest damage outputter. We're always hoping that somebody will kill her off, but... What? There we go. Alright guys, it's been a really long time since I've seen an all 4 barb team. They're level 80, 5-7, can't get much more of an underdog fight, 18 streak on the line. Let's see what they got, let's see what they're popping. All hero basically, even seeing the lead hero in there. Let's see what this guy's rocking. Tactics. Just nastiness, looks like. Do I like this team? It'll put the cat. I could daze somebody. Who the fuck would I? I'd probably daze Abby, wouldn't I? I don't know. Or am I to bring Shade here? They did have Caster Rune, right? How many though? Just one? Right there's one. Two right there. So we don't want to bring a taunt in here, that's for sure. Alright. I don't even think we want to bring our Link. Maybe we are going to try it just like this. I don't really know who to flatten out first. We'll figure it out while we're in there, I guess. Definitely fucked their lineup up, guys. Should have had Furno first, since they don't have no silence on turn 1. But we misplay all the time. We're the king of misplays. So let's hope we get the fuck out of here. Alright, he healed me back up. That was cool. Next we got his freaking plummeter coming in. Or this guy giving everybody extra attacks. I feel like Abby's just the person I don't want dealing a bunch of damage, but yeah, guys. Well, let's see if we can get out of here with something. That's not the worst. Now let's see if we can get some lucky. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. So I would have had Furno first, guys, if we got that one back. So we got Steffi B again. I lose this bitch every once in a while, so I figured I'd record it. Interesting team. I know I want Hopper. Looks like, I think first time I glanced at it, the tank rune's right here. Tank. Alright. Steal a buff, bitch. Festive. Alright, well rounded, I guess. I don't know where the damage really comes from. But either way. I want to link away the buff on dude. Should be able to drop Emily then. So, if I had a way to get rid of Emily's buff, what would happen here? First the shade goes, maybe hits my Furno. Then my shade goes, links dude with time, makes him beat himself up. Then my Raw goes and takes shit off of Emily. Yeah, I like it like this, guys. We're gonna try this. Defense on our guys. The only one that's not shrouded, I mean, he's got a high chance to dodge. He usually does. Not that time. I mean, we're in turn 2 and this bitch still got dodge on somehow. Alright, let's do it. Alright guys, so I got another one of those ninja teams. It's level 78. We'll check and see where they put that taunt rune at. We have got a couple losses this season, just some shit like this, so we gotta be smarter when we're doing it. It's either on Shadow Blade or nobody. It's on Shadow Blade, alright. So Not trying to lose this 30 streak to some assassins. We've vaccinated enough of my streaks today. Basically always linked with honor. These guys are less likely to dodge a melee. Alright. Dark Festival started, and we got Park Mad. Well, let's take on Park Mad before we look at the... Let's check his runes. Alright, Swinland's on defense, so he's not killing us. Emily set up Festive, she's not killing us. Agnon is set up to rape our face. MK is set up to rape our face. So what were we doing? We were doing this. Worst case, MK kills everybody, right? This Agnon will go, then my blue guy will go, then this Emily will go, then my Emily will go, then this Swinland. So, if anything, I like to line up like this. Let's assume this Agnon gets around Tusk, kills Emily. I don't know, we'll see. There's no Koros here, so I think this is the wrong team. I think this is where we're supposed to bring Hopper and a Grog strategy that way. But MK wasn't as deadly as I had thought he would be. So let's just go ahead and let him be louder. Still don't get the fucking purge. She always been doing this shit. Tough question here whether we should revive. I think we should. These guys aren't immune to taunt. Or provoke, I mean. Honestly, we can't even freeze down one of them. that's pretty fucking nasty. Slow down, Park Mad. This guy not dead yet? Skin RT. That's the top player, man. Win streaks, 30 streak on the wrist. What we got here? What was on the wrist? 30-1, man. So I guess it's Halloween in July. That makes no fucking sense to me, but let's check out this event. Dark Festival. Choose a boost. 2 times materials, 2 times gold, 2 times hero tokens, or 2 times player experience. Well, that's definitely going to be player experience, guys. Dark Festival is here. Join the celebration and power of your Dark Heroes by completing quests, defeating the event dungeons, buying sparkling tombstones for jackpot loot. Lady Luck is on your side, blah blah blah. Dark Heroes gain Night of Shadow, will follow up any attack made by a Dark ally, and basic attacks have shield piercing. Ugh, so you're gonna fuck my PvP up with your Dark A bullshit. Oh, we got a 44 streak at risk versus a Dark team using the event for sure. Outnumber us, ruin us, whatever you even want to say. There's no taunt rune though. So that can get rid of the Agnon hit. That can kill his Agnon. And then that should guarantee that I can brains away his Agnon, I believe. But I don't think anybody in there can stop me from brainsing away anyway. So we could go like that. See, his Shade goes, whacks my Furno. His Hopper goes and whacks my Furno. His Hopper goes and whacks my Zom. Yeah, that'll nullify a lot of it. I'm gonna try it, guys. I feel like we're trying to Agnon plant his Agnon and then brains it. This is the first team that had me disadvantaged because of the event. He's definitely got a lot of attack on his Shade, we know that now. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our protection up. Emily had already taken her turn. So we're just gonna have to double down here, I think. Of course, it's gotta be one of the difficult ones to click. Got it though. Sometimes it makes me wish I had a computer and a mouse. Alright, here, we don't know what's going to happen, but I definitely want to get rid of this Emily. guess the Skellies don't get to follow through, but they start to follow through. Should make it shade. I don't think it's gonna make much difference. I don't think you can beat my whole team with freaking Hopper. Alright, so we made it out of that tough crazy crap. Be my friends. This is a guy in first place right now. 45 streak. Should we risk it versus him? I think so. I think this guy did have a different lineup just earlier. I played him before, but we'll see what he's got. Agnon set to attacks. Furno set to attacks, basically. Alright, let me see what I can do in here. I know I want a Hopper. Agnon. EQ. I think. Try and take advantage of our dark dudes. Yeah, don't kill him, I need him. Here we basically, I think, just want to gangbang the guy who does damage. It's not enough, really. There we go. Let's go ahead and plummet this one. And there's the guy in first place. Alright, so we're in 58, or third place. We got a 58 streak, and we gotta fight this guy. Has us out ruined, out leveled. I'm not sure if we should try the dark strategy or what. Dark's getting a boost right now. Let me look at what a dark strategy would look like. Like that. Come out, whack his tusk. Whack his tusk, whack his Kuros. I'm gonna try it, guys. Hopefully we can get his Kuros dead without even him taking his turn. Nah, it's not even close. Oh, it was close, but... So we're just gonna take his kitty out. It's not the end of the world, guys. We can possess it. We gotta get that far, though, don't we? What the fuck? Might have lost their streak. Here's the death of us. I can't get in the zom. So we don't get anything? Are you fucking kidding me? Where's my goddamn skellies? Yeah, we lost. Should've just brought the regular team.
Alright, so here we got 5-8 almost. That's pretty much we'd like to hurry up and jump in there and get our furnace so that we take advantage of Furno and fucking Agnon's hit. Get 2 for 1. I like to always bring Hopper when their endgame is Revive. Pretty sure we win this fight. It's been about an hour of vid, so hopefully people's attention is still interested, and maybe next week I'll get better at making like a just a highlights reel or something. I do think that I'm a little hesitant here on picking a team because I don't want to lose, but other than that, the idea is to get their Agnon in the ground with your Agnon. It's a good idea to have Emily go before Agnon if you don't want to risk having like frozen hoppers and shit. Like there, in case your hopper would have been frozen, you could have unfroze. But everything's still going like clockwork. Put Agnon down. And then you just try to outlast the other 3. You always want to try and get rid of the damage sources first. But I've learned in the past that Tusk can serve as a pretty pesky problem. Definitely have a call there to make to go for a hopper with a double bite on a feared, haunted Tusk, but I'm kind of going for hoping they kill my Agnon so that I can just resummon him for the win. That's what I'm trying to set up here, but I don't even know. It looks like they're going to be able to get that far. Might have still been more correct to just go grab that hopper. But I seem pretty committed to give me an Agnon or bust. Yeah, that definitely would have been more valuable with the hopper, I believe, from what I just seen. Alright, so here I had a 5-6. ninjas, assassins, whatever, with Agnon on them. I was having a lot of trouble with assassins in the beginning of the season. I got a bunch of losses. So that's why I got a few recordings of them. But lately I haven't had any problem with them. I think Kai also makes it easier to fight a high level up one, but I haven't had a chance since Kai's been updated. But I mean, I still think shade linking does a lot. I'm not even sure what team we would have used here, but I mean, Furnace ain't the worst idea. Like a Furnace, Agnon, or Solaris, I mean. Definitely should bring a way to kill Agnon, like our own Agnon. Zom does really well too against the assassins. That's well worth noting. Yeah, it looks like I'm definitely hemmed up a little bit on the idea of what I take in there. Like, when I look at that, what I chose to take in there, I feel like, how do you kill Agnon? It's not necessarily what I consider the greatest way in. I feel like Solaris does a lot versus the assassins, but I really feel like we should have brought an answer to Agnon. And whoever this is using that damn... This was like before I even knew Agnon could have taunt. So, I mean, people got a few sneaks off on me where I was just like, what in the hell's going on? But for the most part, if you can get your... Damn it, like, they're just another beatdown team, guys. There's, like, really no difference to how assassins try to beat you versus how barbs try to beat you. They're trying to beat you before you get off your feet, before you get set up. Trying to get underneath you. So, I mean, that's why Furno, he goes the distance versus both those teams. If you can get a burn off on the assassins, it's amazing, but if not, you can't. But I definitely have my thoughts towards Valican. It looks like so does somebody else if they have double survivor runes on. So I definitely think if that's the rune you choose to wear, you probably are thinking about freeze. Whereas like Kai nullifies Black Diamond and MK's AoE, and it doesn't miss. So I definitely felt like he was a complete update to anti-taunt AoE. My Lily is pretty much benched now. I don't know what we're chatting to somebody about. So if I run Grog, Lily, Bob, Gordas, and Ember, should take Ember out for Agnon. Yeah. Fucking Ember sucks. Yes, my Gore is on welfare. My Lily's about to get stripped all the way down because I don't use her anymore. We've been just using Echo way too much. EQ, Echo, whatever. The Dark event really crushed a lot of my success in PvP during the season that you're watching. I haven't logged in yet for second day of the new season. Been making this content, trying to get all the hard matches put together in a chronological order so that it kind of shows the success throughout the week. Kind of feel like we were flipping coins for a lot of the week on assassin style teams, but I'm gonna try to incorporate teams that are, you know, like 5/5s and higher with decent levels and stuff. Just the tough stuff. But I got a lot of them here where I'm not able to record or I'm not able to talk while recording for whatever reasons. So every time I see MK, I'm pretty much always somehow, like if MK's on any sort of offensive strategy, I'm bringing Furno. It's just because MK's not your only source of damage, which means Furno just lets me get rest of mind, peace of mind. I don't have to worry about MK doing anything. And then if he nullifies something like your Hopper, it's just a bonus, you know? But yeah, for the most part here, I run this team a good bit too. It's just, you know, anti-revive is Hopper, Agnon, basically. You kill any dude you want, they don't revive. And then Furnos to keep me from dying. And Emily's to ensure that the plan goes down. So, shouldn't be. The only real problems come from when you don't say your lineups right and you like plan to kill an Emily because you didn't bring a Hopper or something and you let it get off. But same thing with like having frozen Hoppers. You always want your Emily to go before your Agnon so that way your Hopper's unfrozen just in case. So when your Agnon goes to do his boom boom, Hopper can eat lunch one time. I never really thought about the fact that we should have been trying to take out their Hopper right after their Agnon, but it didn't matter. Everything worked out. We got our Hopper set to attack and take hits. Like, he's definitely in the middle. Just trying to value out with him. Get as much value as I can. Oh yeah, this almost do. We lost a bunch of times to him during the dark event. His dark team was just too strong, and I was taking a lot of losses before getting better and better at beating dark because the team that guy who had recommended to me off my comments didn't work very well against dark when they get double attacks, or if they even have a taunt rune on Shadow Blade and a Hopper. It can just get disgusting when you like can't kill their Hopper turn 1 because they got a taunt on Shadow Blade. Yeah, I don't see how. I mean, I know I beat this guy a couple times too in this season. Maybe not a couple times, but I know I at least beat him once. I know I lost a couple of streaks to him, but I'm not sure if this is a win or a loss. I just know that I don't feel confident when you take, you know, that in there versus him. But what the hell else are you supposed to take? You know, maybe something instead of Echo could be like a furnace. I don't know, but I keep thinking we should have brought Shade turn 2 Link. Shadow Blade. We taunted Shadow Blade to beat me. I just didn't bring an answer to it. Unless, you know, it breaks off and this is one where I smash them out or something. But it's just I don't think I have my shit together yet for Haunted Shadow Blades during the Dark event. I was still in the middle of like, is Lily how I beat Dark teams, or is this new Furnace way? And then they just became so damn strong during the event that I felt like I didn't even have any way to stay alive against them. But the real way is definitely to get Solaris in the mix, but you can't do that when there's a Hopper. And you can't get the Hopper when there's a taunt. So I feel like if you ruin up your own damn Dark guys, you can come in there and take care of business, but my shit ain't ruined right. My Zom, my Shade, they're not on attack. My Reaper, he's naked. My Shadow Blade, he's naked. I've come out of I've come out of that match before. They still got the never-ending taunt on, man. Thought taunt lasts like 3 turns. This guy's had taunt on the whole fucking fight. Like, what in the fuck? Is it over yet? But yeah, that's pretty much what you just seen right there is pretty much sums up fucking 20 losses of my This is probably another one. This is the guy we just lost the streak earlier to. It was like 50-some streak that we lost because we brought our dark team in instead of just bringing a regular grog team. So he seems to have jumped on the event. I don't even know if we checked to see if he had taunt runes or not. I wasn't paying attention just now. But hopefully my hero changed. Well, let's look at better, but it doesn't have enough endgame. There has to be some sort of way to endgame, man. It's just, ugh. That's why I like Solaris. Should be able to get rid of these freaking hoppers. Oh, so he didn't have a taunt rune, okay. Well, then we could have just brought the Solaris team and scooped Hopper first turn. I don't know why we brought this team. Oh, maybe because earlier or something I've lost with the Furnace team just because they take too many hits? I don't know. Yeah, they can kill my Echo in turn 1 during the event too. That was a huge upset to my roster, considering I got so much investment in Echo now, game plan wise. He's being used a lot more, definitely climbing up the necessity list in my heroes. Enough to where it benched a Lily. Enough to where it's benching my Tusk, basically. I only bring Tusk when I need to re-put Taunt back up. Meaning more than once in a fight. And then since he's on welfare, I'm basically trying to get free revives from Tusky. Which throughout this video I'm sure you've seen Tusk in action. With his little planners on. Well, I guess our dark team beat his dark team in that battle somehow. Oh, he didn't have no end game at all. He was just trying to kill us quick. Here's a really high 5'9", basically 75 Zom team during the event with Solaris. That's not as scary as the other ones. Shouldn't be even a hard one, really. Should be an easy win, but looks like a hard opponent. That's probably why it's smashed in this video. Yeah, that's the team right there that was recommended to me in my channel and has been working great. It did not do so great during this event, but in the following, last 2 days of the season when the event wasn't active, it was back to kicking ass, and in the new season, the current one that I'm in now, it's been kicking ass. In day 1, we got up to 5th place with 1 loss, and we haven't started day 2 yet. Hopefully Kai will be all throughout now. Kai removing your taunt so Agnon can plow your face. But when you can get your revives off, everything works great. When you can't get your revives off, everything goes to shit, so you don't want to let Zom eat any bodies if you don't have to. Definitely should be trying to get their numbers down in this fight, man. You don't want to give multiple guys, you don't want Shade swinging in 4 times around if you don't have to have it. Even though Shade pretty much can't do shit on 2 of the heroes. It's like decision time. Who do you plummet? Damage, of course. You plummet the way they fucking beat you. Fucking the lag centuries what that video looks like. Zom giving us freaking free wins, basically. I mean, here you're always in that, is he gonna revive and I lose? Or is he not gonna revive and I win? I haven't been counting or paying attention, man, he doesn't get no revive. This guy here, I know I have footage of him where I forget to this part, like, where his freaking roster power is, his rune power, which was like 5-6, but, I'm not sure what, he's got the taunt on Swinland, so, I mean, I don't really like this. Well, that looks better. I think Furno's plenty of damage there by himself, so I don't even know if Agnon's needed. I would say, like, just Furno, Emily, Solaris Echo or something. That would fucking get him. We're close. I don't really see any. Let's see. We don't bring a hopper, which means we gotta kill Emily first, and we put our lineup. Oh no, we got our lineup in the right order if we just tap her. I don't know if that's right there. I think we probably should have just tapped Emily. Or no. Oh. Yeah, our lineup order is definitely wrong there, guys. We were supposed to tap Emily, drop her with Agnon, then Furno Lily. Or Furno freaking... Oh, that's right, we were expecting taunt, though. So I don't know, man. Everything went to hell. Dodge is definitely a thing. The assassins have it. And fucking Lily's basically the only reason why you want to kill her after she drops the vines is so you don't have to deal with this shit on the second round, but if you can get the Furno buff or burn, it'll be fine. I don't like our end game. It was just Emily. I feel like we should have had a Solaris in there. I feel like Agnon should have been Solaris and everything would have been fucking perfect. But I know we lost many times. I think we had 30 losses at the end of this season. Well, I figured I'd record a 6K team. Paco, level 79. MK decked out. Agnon decked out. Shade, fitty. What? It's like someone who goes on vacation a while changes his room for defense. Anyway, let's get in there. He has the ability to remove buffs. I want to put those buffs back on with my tusk. So my tusk is Agnon. My Agnon. I'm gonna try some crazy shit like that, I think. That way his Agnon busts my tusk. My Agnon busts his Agnon.
So if my hopper somehow gets frozen, we'll go after his, Emily. I don't understand why these guys have been getting some fucking buffs. In a rock at that. Well, everything kind of went to shit. Yeah, asses chick. Wait, I got a tough one because of the event. Wow, can I get my runes, please? So basically a defense shade. Alright. Try this, I guess. Well, that's kind of awkward, ain't it? Dude, I think we lost. Fuck! God damn it. I ain't spending no more, fuck them. You guys beat me twice this week with the dark boost. I really don't know what to do in here, so we're gonna try whatever we can come up with. It's good enough to me, I guess, to play with. Only other thing I can think of. That maybe. Who would we go after?
So I do get to lay my vines. Holy cow. Turn 2, I'm going to try and link Shadow Blade. Or should I link Zom? I don't even know. Let's just link Zom, huh? Jesus. Hey, he's finally dead. Oh, it's our worst nightmare. I'm gonna be ripe when the shade comes out of here. So we have a random dark swindling. Don't need a hopper. I guess I'm gonna try this. What would happen if Shade hits somebody, if Agnon kills one of the other two? So I should switch my Solaris place. Okay. That bring the right team? Probably not, because I don't know how I'm supposed to kill Agnon with this, but we'll see what the hell happens. Maybe we can just outlast him. So we already get a revive. Do I use it? I don't think so. Got my Solaris in the ground. Am I gonna get out of here with a free revive? That's what we were hoping for. If she's dead, I can always go back and get her. We really just need to get rid of some people. Must be nice. Get some health. Alright, so let's get the bird. This way I can at least get rid of Swinlin. Damn. Didn't miss that time. Got me. This guy's a 5'6" Swinlin Lily Zom Emily team during a dark event. Probably brought the wrong team. Now that I think about it, I think I would have liked some shade, but this dark events had me thrown through a loop. long as I get my bird back.
Oh my god, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Lucky. I don't know, guys. What do we do here? Go for the Agnon, kill Zom. Yeah. The haste is just too strong. Alright guys, so the next bunch of fights, I didn't have any audio for, pretty much just have like television fodder in the background from my girl watching ID channel on her app while I was playing. This video has gotten way longer than I thought it would be with all the data that I had from one season of fighting, you know, what I thought were decent opponents. So all these matches are at 2x speed. I'm just trying to speed this video up or I'll never get it online. It takes me a long time to download or upload videos anyway, considering I play on public and free Wi-Fis. Snoopy Ray's definitely a top player, so that's why he's in the video. The lag is awful, but let's see what's going on. So it looks like I just retreated out of that because the dark boost was just too much. I kind of knew during this event that I needed to change this is another top 100 player, all dark team. These guys were just basically feeding me losses all week. I had about 20 losses just from dark teams, and it just comes from the fact that I knew that was going to happen. I made the choice to have losses from dark teams because I didn't have enough coins to re-rune my roster for a 4-day event. So I just said, you know what, fuck it, I'll go ahead and just try my best to smash in there, and if I don't win, I don't win, I don't care. I felt like if it wasn't for that dark event, I would have top 10, no problem. Same way I feel right now. If it wouldn't be for me fucking up, I'd be in top 10 because there's nothing I don't have an answer to in the meta right now. Like, I feel strong versus everything, so these dark teams don't get the boost anymore, so they're not really anything to worry about now that the event's over. The water nature event isn't really helping me or hurting me a whole lot, considering most, you know, the meta is solid with dark. Like the dark color when it comes to PvP just is too much compared to the other ones. It's ridiculous. But as we coursed throughout this week, we did start getting better at beating dark teams. We did start figuring out, you know, that Inferno is pretty much an always use. Our Echo wasn't even getting out of turn 1 in a lot of fights, which, you know, he's supposed to have an unremovable ethereal armor boost, but the game was bugged to where, like, you could have your Echo at 1 health and a dark hero would just follow through and kill him. So, which probably just happened right there. I'm hoping this video doesn't look as trashy when I hit the play button as it looks right now when I'm recording over it. So I'm going to stop after this fight just to double check and see how much it's looking like a freaking chop suey like I'm watching. Because I only hit 2 times speed. It's not like I hit 20 times speed, so I don't know why it would glitch. I don't feel like the AI plays Zom Wars very well.
I feel like once your team is down to 3 skeletons and a zom, only a fucking moron would be going after your skeletons, and that's exactly what the AI does, so... Except for those one times when you got, like, big streaks and it wants to fuck you, and then everybody dogpiles the guy it needs to, but, mainly I just want to worry about, the quality of these matches, even though I didn't have any audio on them, doesn't mean I want to visually make somebody watch Chop Suey. But the hardest dark teams that I fought over that event were the ones using Shrouded Taunted Shadowblade. There were definitely a lot of retreats that week. So the game doesn't look as laggy as it does on my end, on your all's end, so we should be able to edit the rest of these fights, hopefully. This is what I've been talking about when it comes to, like, my next week video. You won't see as much repetitiveness, and you won't see a video even half as long as this video in next week's Hards matches, because I'm starting to think that, you know, like, let's say right here, this match is in there because it's a high rune power, high level, shade, taunted, Baylog barbs. I feel like if I could just get a match versus like a level 80 top 100 player using taunted shade barbs, that once I do that, any other shade taunted barbs are just kind of repetitive and maybe not even better when it comes to repetitive. So I don't see the value in making people watch me fight the same types of teams and stuff, unless I'm giving you some sort of fight breakdown, like the steps that I use in a certain fight to, like, win. Like, an example, say in this fight I'm always linking Abby. Like, there's never a reason for me not to link Abby because she's the biggest damage outputter. The reason why I bring Shade instead of Agnon is just because Agnon doesn't remove any buffs, and Agnon is kind of like victim to taunt. Shade's the exact opposite, so. Plus, worst case scenario, turn 2, you could always link, if your Shade's set up the way mine is, turn 2, you could always link. I feel like the video is pretty much, you know, anytime you see a high rune powered Swindling Taunt team, I'd turn the recorder on just because I felt like I wouldn't see so many of these teams if people weren't having problems with them. In my lineup, it looks like still trying some weird new shit. I've been using Echo mainly just for his taunt in this video. You'll see that, you know, that's where I have my taunt rune, whereas if you're up to date with my last video on my channel of my runes, you'll know that the taunt rune's been sort of swapped out from Echo into Hopper. Honestly, I haven't even tried it on Swindling yet, just because I didn't want to bandwagon with everyone else. I kind of, for the first time, was happy that players were doing something different than me, and then I could actually, like, had to find a way to beat what they were doing. And Grog is the way to beat what they're doing, but it still, you know, threw me through a loop for a couple of days of stress. You could ask my girl, she hear me screaming, like, I don't ever fucking lose this much at PvP. What the fuck is going on? Like, and I just had to, you know, reevaluate what I was doing in PvP, my game plans, my game strategies, my overall roster, rune setup, how certain heroes were runed. We made dramatic changes to some, and I put those videos up, too, as they happen. When it comes to Solaris and Emily being on the same team, no matter what, I can't think of any situation where Solaris and Emily are on the same team and you don't bring a Hopper versus them. Like, I'm not saying anything about the other two, I'm just saying when you see Emily and Solaris together, you better be bringing Hopper, just because Hopper is, you know, allowing you to be able to ignore 2 heroes if you can play your cards right. Like in this case, you know, we try to get Agnon out of there, try to get Frono out of there, and then they can't win. I have felt really at risk on the fights where I'm not bringing a Zom or a Solaris, meaning like when you're just bringing Emily, I feel like sometimes those fights get stolen from me by, you know, random buff steals and shit, and then Emily, you know, once her revive goes and you revive somebody, if that wasn't enough to KO their team, you find yourself in this really awkward trying to regain footing with no end game. Steffi B, I'll probably put that bitch in every video just because Steffi B makes random new teams. Steffi B does creative shit, and Steffi B gets wins for me every now and then. So I hate the idea that like this week, a lot of my losses already are to non-worthy opponents, meaning like they're all my mistake, meaning there's no reason why they beat me other than my own fuck-ups. And that sucks because I wasn't recording a match because I didn't find it to be hard, and then I ended up losing in it, so I don't have like the loss zone footage. But I do think Malice has potential. I felt like in this fight, all we're trying to do is not lose our bodies to Hopper, and it's what we almost end up doing because Shade possesses Hopper, and we weren't really expecting all that to happen. But we still pulled it out. I don't really think I've seen this guy's name before, but anytime I see some confusing shit like an all-dark team with taunted hero during the dark event, I kind of knew I had to have my money's worth. But the dark ass whoopings seem to be over. Only time I'm having trouble with Dark is when I can't get to their Hopper because, say, they have, like, Emily second, or I just can't get to their Hopper, or they, I'm trying to think of what else, that's really only been the thing that's hemming me up is when I can't get to their Hopper. I guess you could get hemmed up easily from buff steal too. Like, say, I've been using the team that you're seeing a lot minus Emily. Emily would be Echo versus other dark teams. And then I go for their Hopper turn one, like a person had gave me the advice to do. That is all fine and dandy until one of their Hoppers bites your whole team, steals your Solaris feather, and then their Agnon dumps your Solaris on his face. That's pretty much, you know, ways that the dark strategy that I've been using kind of can fall apart. But it's so rare. Like, not everyone's rocking multiple caster booths. Here, this is what I mean. It's like just a repetitive team from before, a Swinland Taunter. I either try to bring Grog Solaris or I try to bring Hopper, and in this case, it looks like I try to bring both. Alright, one sec. And their Shade definitely appears on attack. Blew out my Hopper turn one, but usually that just makes me have to go after Emily first, but Grog doesn't really care. Grog's like, go ahead. Furnace does a better job than anyone in the game at eating a plummet. I don't have set teams versus anything. Usually I kind of like always make my team right then and there when I see my opponent, and I guess it kind of the pros of it is it keeps my brain sharp. It keeps me having to not get lazy. But the cons of it is that sometimes there's better teams, and I know there's better teams, and it just didn't cross my mind when it was time to build a team versus that team. And afterwards, I'm just like, gosh, damn it. Like, a perfect example is, what was everybody doing before Barbarians took over the meta? I myself, I was running around with, a defense HP Shade, turn 2 possessing everybody using Shade Agnon Echo, and it didn't even matter what my 4th hero was. I just linked their best hero, then drop it on its face, and then possess it, and beat them to death with their own hero. I guess I kind of completely forgot about that strategy, because I was checking my, screenshots of defeats, and I seen a lot of defeats where I'm just like, I could have possessed that guy, I could have possessed that guy, so it slipped my mind that Shade, Agnon, Echo together could provide me those kind of other methods of like game plans to attack, like a fourth window of opportunity through possession. But this week, everything feels way easier. I feel like PvP got nerfed on opponent matching this week, meaning you're not getting as tough of opponents this week as you were last week. At least me, by an obvious amount to where I could completely tell that PvP had gotten soft a little bit. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just, it's so good that it feels that way. These dark teams, though, they're not really bothering us this event. I lost to a team like this week because I gotta watch, man. When I look at that team sometimes, I thought it was 4 assassins, and I fucking don't notice that that's not a Stiffu, it's an Emily in the back. And I always need to bring an Agnon to kill Emily, and I don't think I remember to do it this week. This week I didn't because I was playing with Kai and stuff, and I just gave away a free win because I couldn't kill their Emily, so I can't stand losing on nonsense like that. And it was like a 30-some streak. But anyway, Kai completely nullifies this team, man. Kai right now would go first, would have ripped all that freaking shield off Emily, would have took the taunt off freaking Shadow Blade, would have nerfed MK and Diamond Blade spec. I mean, that's why Kai come out. It's just, to me, it's disgusting that I gotta watch Dungeon Boss wipe people's asses, man. Like, stop fucking changing the game and go fix chat. Go do some shit that's constructive. Like, I should never have to hear something about line again because the chat on the damn game should be good enough to do everything line does. So, go figure that out instead of figuring out why people suck ass at PvP and how to make them spend more money. Because that's all you're doing is creating these little buyout button pushers, meaning none of them know how to fucking solve their way out of a fucking hard time. They just know how to fucking spend more money. So anyway, like, we're still probably taking an ass whipping here just because it's a dark team. I mean, this guy's Shadow Blade's level 70. That even tells me somebody was just like, oh, I'm going to throw runes on my guy because this dark event, he gets to shrink through and all that. Which, I mean, that's great. That's what I would have done too. It's what I've done in the past dark events and had much success. But my roster is just not sitting on dark, and I wasn't happy with Dungeon Boss pretty much, making me pay for that. Because I was down to like 15 mil gold, and it takes me about 10 mil just to swap up for that event. So instead of spending 10 million gold, we spent 20 losses. I doubt they're equal. I'd probably rather have spent the gold, but it's over now. So next time I'll keep that in mind, that I don't want to just man through it, that I'd rather just adjust, count it a loss, adjust, and try to make it all back during the event. So like when I win some of these darks, it's not really saying anything. I mean, the dark teams pretty much come down to, is their AI going to be gay or is their AI going to be cooperative? And at the same time, I mean, it was just 50-50 matches, it felt like. Here though, we got, taunted furnace barbs. Sometimes you can still have trouble with furnace barbs, at least I can. If you're using my strategy to take on the furnace barbs, which you see the team that I had brought, and where you get hemmed up at is if they can't put out a bunch of attack. Like, say they've got meat on their Baylog or something, and they got maybe like 2 meat spots on their Drake. You just can't stop them from, like, they don't kill their Abby that you link, and then it just increases the chances that they're going to remove the link before ever killing her. And then it just kind of goes to shit, because what if your Furno's dead and your Zom is silenced? Do you go get your Furno, tap Furnace twice for nothing, or do you go unsilence your Zom, remove the tank, or remove the taunt from Furnace, so... And in that situation, I had been bringing back Furno and going for the double spec on Furnace, because at that point I just kind of feel like we can gangbang Furnace as long as we use individual moves instead of AoEs, and then we don't have to worry about that nonsense. But part of me wishes, like, if I had just kept 2 or 3 dark teams, top opponents. Could have put them in this vid and left it at that. You know, but I wanted people to see like the struggle. This is a whole week, so I want you to kind of see that, you know, what you go through to Boss 100. At the end of this week, we got 15th place. Our record looked disgusting for 15th place, but it sure as hell didn't look like no Pauper or Monkey Nuts record, you know, for 15th place. I mean, there is a value to just raiding, like raid. A perfect example of where you get like, by the way, Area's good again, guys. I kind of like Area right now. I think if you don't bring a, you know, set way to deal with Area, she can kind of go off. But I was gonna say that one way that you know you can see the rating and how it'll benefit you is that from what I've noticed when it comes to challenging opponents, all your challenging opponents come before a 7 streak and then after a 20 streak. It's basically like in the first 7 matches there will be 2 or 3 hard opponents. Then you'll get 15 easy ones, 13 easy ones. Then you'll get, you know, 1 tough one here and there. So if you raid all the time, basically you're going to get a lot of losses in those first 7 because you're looking to hit that window of easy opponents. So you're going to run in there, fight a hard opponent, lose, run in there, fight an easy opponent, win, run in there, fight a hard opponent, lose. You're going to do that a couple times until you get yourself this little like, oh my god, I got a 7 streak. Why? Probably because the opponent that was supposed to be hard for you, you actually knew how to beat that opponent, so it wasn't hard for you. But even like, say, for example, you couldn't beat taunted Baylog Barbs or something. Like, say that's the only thing that was hemming you up, and that's the thing you couldn't beat. What if you didn't get one in your first 7? So now you got a 7 streak, and then when you do get one, it's such an easy, weak-ass opponent that it doesn't even hold up any value towards stopping you in your path, and now you get to get 13 free easy raids. Then you fight that hard opponent and you lose. Oh well, you lost in like a 23 streak. Now you start over, you get 5 losses, and you're back to a 7 streak to run to 20 again. So I feel like every time these guys go to try and streak, they're feeding 5, 6 losses into those hard opponents that come and trying to start your streak. So that's what's going on, I think, in PvP when you see those people with a lot of losses. It's them trying to start that streak so that they can fight easy opponents. And for me, all that tells me is, yeah, well, fighting easy opponents ain't ever going to make you a better player. So I'm going to come find you eventually and pass your ass unless you keep, you know, tapping into your wallet. That's what's going on here. You guys also, you need to let me know, like, it looks like a loading screen got left in there. But you need to let me know if you enjoy watching a long 3-hour video, or if you do think that I need to get a little bit more priority on making these videos more viewable, more edited, more fancy and fake and whatever else the fuck comes with trying to make shit pretty. Because right now it's just so taxing on me to try and PvP and then not be able to PvP because I'm making videos. But like what I'm doing right now where I'm narrating this, which I'm doing a horrible job of narrating what's actually taking place in the video, but if I'm doing something like this, I can do this when I have no Wi-Fi. Here we got a 5'9", level 80 Agnon Barbs. Me, myself, am curious if we won this fight. That's as tough as they come. Meaning, like, when this fight's over, if I win, I don't think you should need to see another Agnon Barbs fight again in your life. But we'll see. We do swap out Zom for Agnon in this fight. Because we're bringing the Furnace. So it's sort of like always been our strategy versus team. We used to use Tusk instead of Furnace, and then when we would see the Agnon team, we would switch out our Tusk for our Furnace. Now it's the same thing, so it still works. It's kind of how we found the Zom team, was knowing that we could, move Tusk. Tusk was the weakest link in our anti-Barb team. We did pull that out, by the way, though, so that's proof that I just don't need to be showing freaking Agnon Barb teams. Another dark team, though, which basically is like, where's my pocket? Let's get a quarter and flip it and see if we win. But I threw him in there. Hopefully, I mean, we'll see Malice in the future, but I think she'll be paired with Lily. But so far, Malice hasn't been able to shine yet. I just think that, the ability to tell your opponents now they can't heal is definitely, that's no laughing matter if you combine with like something like Lily that's putting you under a time clock. But then again, all these new healer runes and survivor runes and all these ways to gain life are really putting Lily, out of the picture for me anyway. That's why I was saying, it seems like Malice is the way to get her back in, if she comes back in anytime soon. Otherwise, Lily just becomes, like a meta counter, meaning if something like Grog and Tusk are taking over, Lily becomes really good. It does look like we're going to get lucky and bash out that Zom and get another Windburst Dark. So, I mean, that too, like, in this video, sometimes, like, how I get to the 30 streak was I had to go through a few coin flip Dark teams to get there, but if I had to fight, Dark team, there would be no 30 streak, like 20. We're up to 20. We fought some Dark teams, but at the same time, we just flipped coins against them. Like, we knew they could beat us, say they dogpiled the right heroes, but the AI chose not to, and we chose to get to a 20 streak. So I just kept trying to hang in there somewhere close to top 10 because I knew that once the event was over, I was going to try and blast it. This is one of them awkward teams because Agnon goes first and you wish he was second. Like, you wish they'd put their Solaris or Emily first so you could get that Furnace double 2-for-1 sucking up both blows. But my Echo with the taunt rune, I'm doing just as well as sucking up that first blow. Now I have a Taunted Shade, Shrouded Hopper with Tank Rune, so he can do the same thing, but if he doesn't dodge it, it's not the same fight by a long shot. If he does dodge it, it's a way, way more favorable fight. They did what I was just talking about. They got the other two so far back that I get to bring Furnace and eat 2 of them. And then, your Hopper is what really makes the fight. Gets that Agnon out of there. Well, if you set your line up right, it does. Or maybe I did set it up. Like I was saying, it's laggier for me watching it while I narrate than it is for you guys viewing it. So sometimes I kind of just see, like, glitching, and I don't know what's actually going on. Like when my Agnon did his plummet, it looked like he might have even had to grab Furno because Agnon was still in a rock, but he didn't. So, one thing I'm not sure why I don't see more of, but I guess I am, is Agnon, when he's ruined defensively with healer runes, is a very annoying problem in PvP for me. But why I wonder that I don't see more of them, I think, is because the same reason why mine is not ruined that way is because you get more value out of them on attacks being offensive. You get more value out of them on defense being defensive rune, I think. But that's just information for you guys that are out there that don't really care about PvPing and you hate losing. I think that your Agnon should be on defense then, and have him put on your defense. It's sort of like, hey, I don't use him that much on offense, but he'll still plummet your face on my defense. Another one of them Dark teams, another dice roll. We had a big streak when we roll this dice, or roll the die, I mean. This is a team that we still use versus team right now. Only time this team was screwing me during the event was when they had taunt on freaking Shadowblade. Or I couldn't get to Hopper because they had a Hopper instead of Shade. And still had taunt on their Shadowblade. Here we go. This is a 4 ninja team. This is one that doesn't have Emily. This is one that Kai just totally fucking rapes. But this team was doing well for me. This team had I cannot beat a level 80, fully decked out the right way assassin team with this team you see on the left. I'm just too weak. I need Furno to burn. I need odds to roll in my favor. I need shit to happen. I just don't trump that team. But now with Kai, I feel like I just trump that team. Like, I feel like basically the devs just gave free answer to it. Like, I don't know why, but that's, I guess, because a lot of people were upset. But we just adapt and we keep rolling with whatever they do. I can't stand, this week I had losses because Dungeon Boss was changing PvP. Like, you can't have one day taunts allowed on Agnon, the next day it's not, kind of crap. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, did you want him to have taunt or did you not want him to have taunt? Be fucking clear, make your fucking point, get this shit the way it's supposed to be. Don't just start changing one thing, another thing, another thing. Like, fucking just last week, the motherfucker didn't take damage from lightning. Now he takes damage from lightning. Now he can't wear a taunt rune. Just the other day, he could wear a taunt rune. Now he still fucking take damage from lightning. So, like, it's disgusting to me. I don't have any confidence in flip-floppers, man. I don't have any confidence in people whose only care is wiping other people's asses instead of, like, telling them, like, look, maybe you just suck at the game. Like, maybe you should be YouTubing how to get better instead of fucking sitting in the forums whining at us that teams need nerfed and fucking heroes need fucking buffed or, It just, like, kills me, man. Kills my drive to want to play, kills everything. I think the only thing he's got me driven still to playing is there's a free-to-play above me in top 100 PvP. Atlantis. Got past that guy. DVD, 42 streak versus 5'8", top 100 player. Fucking Shadowblade probably taunted. One of them two's fucking taunted, you know it. And the motherfucker's probably gonna smash me out, but who knows? I just know that 42 streak versus that guy when I already knew Dark is a fucking horrible matchup. See what goes down. Shade pretty much doesn't do anything in this fight. The fucking taunt on Shadowblade does all the work. I had been thinking about bringing Shade instead of fucking Solaris, I think, and trying to link Shadowblade on turn 2, but I think we somehow got lucky and hit him through dodge. I can't quite see because of the glitching, but now that he's a skeleton, the taunt's off and we can go to work, so we might have actually won this fight, I don't know. Oh, probably not. Not if you're... Oh, he's shaded into his Zom. Okay, I was going to say, like, not if your Zom can eat a fucking plummet, I'm not going to win. Definitely a close one. Got him, though. So the 42 streak lives on. Oh, yeah, it's the one I lost to fucking Manny's girl. I lost a 50-some streak to Manny's girl because she had one of those teams where I was going to try and link Tusk and make her Agnon hit her own Tusk, and then my Hopper eat the dead body, and then I drop her Agnon and eat his body. And what ends up happening is right out of the Ripper, Gortusk steals my Shroud right off one of my heroes, and I can't do shit. I can't link it, so I lost the fight. I tried to, go a different route, smack the Tusk, and work a different angle, put up a good fight, and I lost. So I ended up losing again to her later on in the season because during the double trophies boost, just because of that stealing my Shroud, I didn't want that to happen again, so I wanted to find a different way to beating her team. Here we got a dark team with a Lily on it, which those can get very complicating because Lily Mines is damage that's coming. Pretty much inevitably. So far, though, it's looking like we're going to be alright. Solaris is your best answer versus the Lily strategy. That's why you kind of hate Lilies with Hoppers and Zoms, but sometimes it is what it is. Maybe we don't win this fight. Never mind. I was going to say, if we didn't get any revives or anything, we definitely were in a position to lose once she dropped another Vine. And hopefully, I think the last couple of videos on this, they do have audio, so I don't have to record over them. But I hope you all enjoy the content that I'm putting up. This is not to be anything spectacular. This is just to show you what goes down in a week, hard matches and stuff, so that way trying to give you the best information I can on what's going on in PvP so you guys aren't feeling like, oh, PvP sucks or PvP this. It's like, dude, if a free-to-play guy can have as much success as I have, I must be doing something right. I've always said that I think the only reason that I'm a good player is because I don't spend money. Meaning, when I can't beat something, I have to figure it out. Whereas if you can't beat something, you can buy some runes. You can go, oh, I need to craft, and buy, $20 worth of gems and start crafting some shit. That's why I think we've gotten an advantage on some of these players, why we're passing them. The other reason why I think we continue to go up the ranks in top 100 is because most of the players that are in that top 100, they have more obligation than just their own personal record. They have to do guild events.
So we got a 5'7", 74. Taunts either on this guy now. More swilling. So you guys want swilling. This guy's in first place with his dark team. I've seen him before. He doesn't have a taunt rune on. See if we make any change. No. Man, can't even get that skeleton. That's too.
This guy beats me all the time. I go ahead and show it.
there's one of those think they're fucking something. Let's see. What does that look like? I need a Inferno in there. Don't even think we need that if we go with... Let's see, Shadow Blade, Wax Fly, EQ, takes off Taunt. Then our chorus goes. Then my Inferno goes. That's the tap Agnon. And then Emily goes. Wow. Guess we didn't plan on all that. We should have brought cuts. Well, I mean, we got lucky there. They could have just done the same fucking thing, right?